Glenn Liu, this is a hit-and-run suspect out of the eastern part of Los Angeles. CHP picked up the pursuit. What we understand is this white SUV here actually hit another vehicle over on the 60 and about Fairway, and then took off. And the CHP began to take over the process of searching for the vehicle, and then began pursuing the vehicle once they found the vehicle, and it did not stop. Now we've made our way all the way to Chino, eastbound on the 60 freeway, right about Mountain Avenue, and the speeds have been kind of holding the normal speeds of freeway traffic. We're going about 30 miles an hour right now. The suspect was over in the faster lanes and going quite a bit quicker when the freeway let him due to the speeds up to about 80 miles an hour when we first heard it. But now just moving with the flow of traffic in that number 4 lane, coming up on a mountain. We'll have to see what the suspect does here, if they decide to get off the freeway or not. But right now we have 3 units from the California Highway Patrol in this pursuit. In this situation, it's a little different than what we normally see, but we actually have 1 patrol car and then 2 motor units in this pursuit. They're just doing a handoff right now between the CHP Santa Fe Springs office and right now the CHP Riverside office. So they're just attempting to get what units they do have in the area in position to be able to take over this pursuit. But this primary sedan here, this Dodge Charger, is leading the pursuit right now, and their main focus is keeping tabs on the driver, making sure the situation is safe, and then you have those other officers behind that are there for support and backup if needed. Getting off the freeway here, 60 freeway, right about Mountain. We'll have to see what the suspect does here. The CHP does have an air unit overhead. The air unit coming out of Fullerton arrived just a few minutes ago, just like we did, and they are here and calling the pursuit now, so those officers on the ground can focus solely on driving and trying to figure out what's going on with that driver, and then driving safely so that they don't injure anyone else in the process of pursuing this vehicle. Now going southbound on Mountain from the 60 freeway here in the Chino area. First time we've seen this pursuit on Surface Street since these lower speeds. We'll have to see what happens here. Turning into a neighborhood, it looks like the vehicle has its hazards on, still going very slowly, but now we're going to be turning on to what looks to be Avocado Avenue from Fillmore, and we'll see what happens. Looks like the suspect was going to pull over, but decided to continue on just a little bit farther. And if this is coming to an end now, begins the slow process of getting that suspect out of the vehicle. Those officers are going to take a position of advantage. Now with those SUVs and the vehicles that the CHP have, they have those doors to kind of take cover behind, but with those motor units, it's a little more strategic, so you can see those motor officers using that vehicle to take cover as well. Now they're going to hold that position of advantage while they begin to call that driver out of the vehicle. And right now the time is on those officers' side, so they can stay here all day. That looks like the driver has rolled down their window. I'm going to push in just a little bit, see if we can't see a little bit better shot of that driver. Their hands are still on that steering wheel, white T-shirt, and it looks like he or she is conversing with the officers right now. That mask open. They're going to ask that driver to throw out the keys. That could be what the driver is doing right now. It looks like they were holding something up outside the window, but they're going to have the driver get the keys out of the vehicle, so that makes that vehicle inoperative, and then they're going to call that driver out of the vehicle to then apprehend that driver. But it doesn't look like that driver is fully cooperating right now. They are attempting to communicate with that driver, and then brings the question of maybe there's some sort of language barrier. We don't know at this point, but that driver now opening the doors out of the vehicle, facing forward towards those officers, hands up, turning around just like the officers want to see. And now you can see backup arriving from the CHP. That's one of their commercial units, and they're going to have that suspect back up, facing away from those officers, and then at some point they're either going to have that suspect lie down or just stop, and then they're going to approach that suspect and take them into custody. But right now it doesn't seem like the suspect fully knows what's going on, or they're very confused by what the situation is, but it looks like successfully taking that driver into custody. Now, this isn't the end of the pursuit, or the determination here, rather. They still have to make sure that there's no other individuals inside that vehicle and that vehicle is safe. So now you can see that approach team making their way towards the vehicle, and what they're going to do is slowly approach, look through the car, make sure there's no other individuals in there. Right now it looks like they are putting up their code 4 fingers and saying that this situation is safe, that there's no one else in the vehicle. So one person under arrest after this pursuit of a hit and run incident. Starting off of Fairview on the 60, making its way all the way out here to Chino. CHP has that suspect in custody. That's the latest over Chino. I'm going to sit back down to you in the studio. It's hard to tell. Your monitors are a little bigger than mine, but I'll push in just a little bit. $123.42. Maybe.